I know some of these wonderful people who are in government. I have worked with some of them before. I do not want to believe that the problem they have is capacity. It isn't capacity. I know some of them. They're smart people. I think they understand the country. Sometimes we get very surprised when we see the things they talk. Because we know them. We know what they can do. They are capable. So we are encouraging them. We don't want to criticize them. We want to encourage them to stand up, rise up, crank together and get some work done. And then carry the burden, sometimes the pleasurable burden of leadership with dignity and grace, and stand out for the country now. So mimi kwa maoni yangu, that's why you have noticed I'm not focusing so much on talking about siasa and stuff like that. I mean, which siasa are you talking about? 19 people dead. That's what the Kenya Human Rights Commission says. There's so many injured, businesses destroyed. If you look at the looting that was done around, I wonder, finally, let me say this, and I'm saying this with absolute sincerity. I have been moving around, talking to people. I go to, meet people. Look here, I am in charge here today, sitting with these leaders. The level of bitterness and anger down below in the country is unprecedented. I have not seen that before. Now, to imagine that there's nothing wrong and carry on as if it's business as usual, honestly, you have to be a very strange person. We are asking our brothers and sisters, and then, as I said, this is a patriotic moment. This is a time for the country. And what is being called upon now, it's also a leadership moment. Let's stand up and do the right thing for our country. And it cannot be based on excuses, some of them lovable. That, I don't know who, I saw them on the TV, they're dropping money. So when you saw them dropping money, why didn't you arrest them? Because, when leaders tell us these things, and I've said this several times before, I mean, as a minister, if I was a cabinet minister myself, as a minister, I would never make allegations. Sasa niwaambie nyinyi wananchi mfanye nini? Hamuna pingu, hamuna polisi, hamwezi kukamata mtu. Sasa nikuje kulia huko kwa wananchi, mfanye nini nyinyi wananchi? Yule ako na madaraka wa kufanya hiyo kazi, hawezi kuja aseme ni wale ama ni huyu. If you have evidence huyo mtu ako na maneno, onyesha watu hii evidence ndio hii, huyu amefanya makosa haya na hatutaki mtu akufanya makosa kama haya. Sasa sio wakati wa kulaumiana tafadhali. Sasa tuende kwa kazi. And these leaders wajue kwamba all of us the citizens they lead. Sisi tunataka kuwa support wakitafuta solutions kwa nchi yetu. Wacha sasa tuache hii maneno ya kuongea eti nini siasa nini. Elections are 26 or 25 months away. We can now spend all our time on that and the country is burning. So that is my view, and that's what I think needs to happen. Let us put all our energy now on the solutions to our country. We need a stable country, we need a progressive country, we need a country that works together, and we need a country where we can live together. Let's stop this business of now starting to drag excuses. Is one community, you came from where? Which community? I mean, we are all a community of suffering people. It's one community. We are not fine. This cycle of violence and disagreements and protest really has to come to an end. What our people and our young people particularly are seeking is that they are listened to. And our leaders, particularly our leaders in government, who are the ones who have consequential convening power, are the only ones who can put people together in the manner in which even civic leaders are suggesting, so that we can focus on the solutions to the challenges and the problems that we are dealing with. But it cannot be that, when something happens like happened last Wednesday, we now begin saying things that are very interesting. Honestly speaking, it's so difficult to even try to repeat some of the things I'm hearing. How can you say, now we are talking about one community, or saying, the people who were on the streets came from Muranga and Nyeri, and then they went all the way to Kericho and Kisii and Kakamega and Mombasa. So there was no one in Muranga and Nyeri that day. Everyone left Muranga and Nyeri, went to Busia and Kisumu, honestly. Narok, we are, that is worse than a joke, honestly. When you are talking about the grave nature of the challenges that we are dealing with. How can we trivialize such a serious national crisis and then subject it to, hilarious jokes like those? Let's be serious. And personally, I associate myself with the remarks and the position that has been taken by the religious leaders in this country, private sector groups that are saying the same thing as we are saying, namely that our country is headed the wrong direction. And this is not rocket science. You don't need a PhD from Harvard to know we are headed in the wrong direction. You can see it. It's written all over the place. And in saying so, we are saying this is a patriotic moment. It's a moment for all of us to cross ranks. Wacha tuweke kando hata hiyo mambo ingine yote, siasa nini. We're talking about uchaguzi is 25 or 26 months away. Our country must survive first, and we must be a stable nation before we get there. So let us not even stop talking about those businesses, about elections and stuff like that. Focus on the stability of the country, the welfare of our children. Tuongee sisi wote pamoja. I don't understand why this is it's so difficult. And then when a problem has happened, you know, accepting that we have a challenge does not make you less important, does not take away the power of your office, does not make you a small person. You know, we are human beings. You can actually make mistakes, and then things can go wrong. And if they have gone wrong, the right thing to do is to step forward and say, hey, good people, we think something is not going the right way. Can we now speak? I mean, the Bible is the most quoted text, even by our leaders in government. That same Bible says, come now, let us reason together. It's time for reasoning together for the purpose of ensuring that our country is going the right direction.